place I love the most, where the hills are green, see you once again. Okay, no background. Okay. Yeah, it's got some random looking icons. I'm gonna have to delete this one. Like it's gonna be. I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Oh, oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Ooh, oh, trouble, trouble. I don't know what it is that makes me feel like this. I don't know who you are, but you must be some kind of superstar. You got a light on you no matter where you are. I'm now wondering, in all honesty, this is where the final frame will be, and I'm just going to none of the gray is visible. Just going to do this so we don't lose it. But in the structuring of this document, it really looks like 5 columns, and let me just move over to where I will have freedom. So it looks like 5 columns, 1, 2 border flanking columns, and then 3 for where the action is happening. It's going to have outside borders. And then it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 11 rows. So the 11 rows will have varying height. I'm pretty sure. Okay, also flanking. So let's do this. So this is what it looks like. Thinking we can make this ones a little bit more compact. This is 28, as above so below. And the next one is the one for the icon. I think this is sizable. The one in the center is just going to be a bit larger than the others. Okay, I think we're there now. I'll just start bringing in the text so that this starts to take life. And this looks like Bebas. Bebas, why you like to? If it's bolder and blacker. What kills my vibe is when I'm not able to match this thing like for like. So we actually have a row in between for a little margin. A little. And then it's going to have this big one, bigger than 3. So it's going to be, I really like the styling, and it's a bummer I'm not able to, out of the finesse, just make everything here center. While it looks so pretty, if I have pop-in saved, I do not, but I have it as a font. No outline. What makes these things, trick to making them look as realistic as possible, is ensuring rem ipsum dolor si. They're varied stars, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to bring in stars. I have energy. Star is not the star of the show. look at that. Okay, I think if I had made it 10, I like this cropped cap thingy that is happening here. And you know what, I'm not going to stress it, it's just it's not yet popping. So the moment of truth is if I turn off grid lines, yeah, it's still looking basic. It looks basic. I think the reason why it looks basic is because of the font I'm using. I'm convinced it looks basic because of the fonts. Is this one centered? Let me just double check. This is not as centered as it should. And I'm now wondering whether to take this in a little bit more. Taking it in more helps me control, because now I'm basically just eyeballing it. Okay, we seem to be getting somewhere. I hope when I change the font, I think I have some favorites I work with. Let's use the Go UI. I hope it doesn't update. Yeah, I'll do the same thing here and here, and it drops the maybe Sego UI here as well. Maybe there's a Sego UI. I spent too much time trying to match it like for like. Just going to stick with the Sego UI family and just recolor this because the different colors are strongly. I'm going to run into problems because I've resized these things. Just don't want any. I manually resized them, which I shouldn't have. So hopefully in a better place. See if we take this down a bit. Center you, center you. Okay, and change it from this basic. These colors are too basic, but I need to obey the color scheme. I just want the color scheme I like, and then the fonts. Okay, so I have recreated this. And now it's up to me to figure out whether if I do a simple copy and paste everything, but I have to do it while maintaining column width. Yeah, I do it again, maintain column width. Yeah, so I'm just going to swap this picture, then swap this as well. Let me use the grid lines to make sure I am okay. So we have something to work with. So let me, that's where it starts to unravel. Limited. And this border color is ugly. Border, don't know, let me do this. It's really outline and outline, because if I had done the basic one it would. So what we want is a situation that's on rollover. Essentially, it would have been great if all of this, I don't know the value. So now we're going to paste this picture, and just because I need everything to be in one cell, and just adjust this so that it fits perfectly into one cell. And the background color is helping me check for that. Just going to double check. Yeah, so background color is helping me check for that. For some weird reason it looks rastered. Well, essentially all we want is 32 pixels. So for this order button to be active, we so make it a link picture. This is what we're now gonna do. For some weird reason it doesn't size exactly, but why I'm making this a linked picture is such that I'm going to do a bit of magic. I can move this order button out of the way, delete it actually, and bring it here. And so it is now, it's now going to be active. Let's remove this background. And I'm going to resize it such that the borders, oh, I changed it to no fill so I can see it. I'm going to resize it such that the borders don't touch the borders of the cell, so that anytime the hover operation is in effect, I will not mistakenly then we're going to try and do send to back, just so that it's out of the way. I like this design. So I'm going to remove the borders. I made it a linked picture so that any update I make here will happen automatically here. So this is what it looks like now. I need it to be border free. Do that border. What are these ones doing here? So what is now going to happen is I'm going to do a rollover operation, but my challenge is because I have used so many cells. So first things first is rename carousel. So I can track it at the back. So we're going to use, and I don't need this thing to start firing anyway immediately because it's just going to give me a headache. The next thing is going to create the enhanced option, which is really going to be boxes. I'm not stressing it. What I'm going to do is really replicate this. Oops. So I'm going to copy this here. I'm now creating the enhanced options. Copy it, keep the links, and I intended them to be shapes that appear and disappear over what we already have. So the shape is going to be a different color. I want a color that is beautiful. You know what, just to keep this light and easy, just going to go for, what's the color that is opposite blue on the color wheel? Orange. Just going to, and then we're going to make this transparent, no fill. But no, it would have a fill, more colors, but it will be transparent. So it's like gray but transparent, and it would have an outline. I think it's not really different from, maybe should make it, keep it, I don't know what shape place this man. Yeah, this is not pretty. I don't want to spend so much time on colors. Maybe just keep to something within the blue family so that we are not struggling so much over here. I'm gonna really prefer than indigo-ish. Hope it's not too far out. This one is not doing what it's supposed to do. So completing, and I think it's the principle I'm focusing on. I'm not going to spend too much time on the details. So the fonts white, and then this we're making you fully, you can get white. Maybe this is white. Yeah. So what's going to happen is you can copy and paste that linked picture. But it's going to be a bit bigger, so it has the effect. Okay, and then the other thing is to remove the borders. Make sure there are no borders, because the borders gives it a funny look. No borders. So this is what's going to happen. Gosh, this blue, when I get there, it's not giving me the right feels. Okay. Of course, the other button has to be interactive, but I'm not focusing on that now. This is the concept. So what I imagine is happening is when you hover over it, it brings up that expanded view. So what's going to happen is I'm going to name this as free. It's a picture, and I'm going to name it as free large, just the name, and I'm going to position it exactly. No, undo. I really don't want to lose the positioning I've gotten, and I need them to make sense next to each other. So these are going to be the enlarged versions, and I'm using them as placeholders, and I'm moving to the back of the sheet to replicate what is just going to copy everything that is there because I can't really see what's at the back. I'm copying it, and then I'm doing paste width, column width. I'm going to delete the one I've already done, but I copied the images, but it's no problem. I can always delete those. Don't need this, and I don't need this one. When I do this, it's going to leave the icons, but I can always remove the icons. No big deal. I think I have the border button here. No, I don't. Good. So I'm going to replicate the same format over here and over here. Should be a format painting button in Excel for where did we land? We landed at this 66%, so I'm just taking note of that so I can replicate it. This guy 66. Okay, and then the fill is that guy, and the font is this guy, and this is easier, more faster than I thought. Please don't do this. Yeah, perfect. Ideally it will not be 10 10 10, but I can always go to the back to update it. I would change this ideally was supposed to be 20, and then this 50, but as I'm updating it I have to remember to update this at the back as well, and then this one too. It's doing 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Perfect. So I have the views I want, and what I'm going to do is now copy, paste as picture. I'm maintaining what I've done, and I'm going to overlay it. Unfortunately, it still came with the border, so let me just go back and remove all the borders. No border. So I want to get it to. I don't have to do it this way, but I don't want to lose the positioning I have gotten. I kind of lost it after everything, but yeah. And of course you can use, I kind of lost it and I'm starting over. So if you notice it's showing up the back. I really can just let me do everything. Let me just delete this by the bullet and delete this. I didn't copy the right thing. Copy this, paste as picture, and just step into update this when I have a chance. And then this is the dicey parts, sizing it such that they all have the same. Doesn't have to be this complicated. I really can just select all of them and set the heights. Well, I'm just going to step into this one. I'll change it to 20. But what I'm trying to do, which is looking so complex, is ensure they all have the same heights and same width. And then the heights, I think I'm in a good place with the heights. Oh, I don't know why I did that. I really did not need that. So I think they are all equal now. Psych. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned manual way. So annoying. I believe the children are our future. Children will let them lead the way. Children want the beauties that possess us. Give them trade of pride, make it easier. So it's not quite, it's not there yet, but it's gonna have to do because I've spent so much time. And so this is going to be free large. This is going to be premium large, and then this is going to be unlimited large. Right, so I'm going to expand this so that those ones are not in view for what I'm going to do. And then what I'm going to do is go to selection pane, and I'm just going to unlimited, premium, and free. This is the reason why I save them as names so that I can track them. Free large. So the next thing is to set up a rollover operation that when I hover over here, any cell here, it brings up the free large. If I hover over any cell in this range, it brings up the premium large. It makes this visible. And when I do that, realize when I hover over anything here, it makes the other one invisible and makes free large visible. So, and then in the hovering, when I'm testing this out, that's what I want. And then when I hover over anything here, it makes everything else invisible and makes the premium unlimited visible. And when I test it, it makes me realize that, yeah, that's the operation. And to get that done, I normally do this for one cell. This operation I'm about to do, I'm used to it for one cell. The E function rollover. Now I'm going to test my log to see whether it's going to work for multiple cells. So essentially this range is F4 to J16. So this is the code. It's usually always put in the sheet, not in a insert module. It's private sub intersect. And what I want it to do is if intersect range F4 to J16 is nothing, then exit sub undo. I'm going to run else if, and I'm hoping the way this is set up, else make this, so exit sub else make I'm trying to remember, wow, that's 7 minutes. Active shift shades premium large visible. Basically I'm going to write code to make every to make the other ones, if you're on the shape sheet, invisible, and then make free visible. So okay. Oh, I need it to be it actually, it doesn't come up until I click. I need to work on hover. So I'm gonna have to, it's not doing what I want, so I'm going to have to turn this into a picture and put it over a cell, and then under that cell put in a rollover. So I'm going to have to copy these and paste as pictures. I always use linked pictures because it helps me to course correct if anything goes wrong. And then since I have copied and pasted as picture, I'm going to delete everything that is under there. Oops. That's one situation where it did not help to paste as linked picture. I'm just going to paste it as a regular picture because I'm not going to need to do the same here. I'm going to do the same thing here. Of course I'm going to need the other buttons, but I can always get it from my backup. So now that it's done, cancel. I am going to remove all the content here. I really don't need this border, and I forgot to. And I'm going to now merge them. They have to be one cell. Merge. And I'm going to put the rollover function into there. Now they're merged. I'm going to put these guys back in. I'm going to have to remove the border on them because double border is not working. Oh boy, I can really remove the border on the cells because I forgot to remove the borders before copying them as pictures. So going to select the range and remove borders. And something has moved. Trying to get it back. Yeah, I think it's good now. So we're going to put in this code. This is my code touch. I'm going to put in this line, if error, hyperlink, all these things here. Free large, just make this blank. I really don't need any value if error thing there. I'm pretty sure I don't. Oops, why is that? Okay, it's working already. The only thing is I'm going to need these pictures to go to the back. Send to back. Okay, so every time I'm going to copy so that it knows to only fire when I roll over that cell at the back. You see this one, so it's only going to fire if that cell at the back is rolled over. I'm going to do the same. Basically copy it, paste it here, copy it, paste it here, and step into it. Change this one to unlimited large, unlimited large, right? And change that one to, really hope this thing knows to fire only when I hover. Premium large, yeah. So the way this thing is set up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the text white so that it's not visible when, so yeah, I think I have to, maybe if I center the text, because I do not know why it only pops up when I move, center it and make it as large as possible. Okay, and this is what we're looking for in carousel. It seems to only fire when but yeah, essentially this is what we're looking for. Because I center the text, it fires when I'm in the middle. There's a way to make it fire anywhere. So, but essentially, this is it.